Hey besties, welcome to another video. Okay, so we got another prison time story. Now the name of this one is He Showed Me His What? Now originally I had it named something else, but I was looking at another prison story and this is what they named it. Okay, He Showed Me His. Oh my goodness, yes, talking about that thing in between. You're nasty, boy, you're nasty. So let's get into it. So at this time, if you new here, my name is Barbie Dior. I'm so happy that you clicked play. Thank you. Now go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that like button. Drop me some heart in the comments and let's get into this story time. And before you go, check that subscription button. I'll say subscription. Check the description section out and go in and make sure you follow me, description section, and go ahead and follow me on all my socials. And also shop with me on Diva Supply, and let's get into it. Okay, so by this time when this story time happened, I have been a correctional officer for over about 2 years now. Okay, so we fast forward, but so 2 years went by, y'all. And I'm just kind of trying to get to know how to do my job. And most people like 2 years, but you know, rules is changing every day. One week is this way, 1 week it ain't that way. And I'm at this time, I pretty much know my job. The inmates know, don't try me, I won't try you. I'm the police, leave me alone, okay? But every now and then you gonna breach somebody that just don't care and they say whacking, you know what I'm saying? I'ma try out to see if she's still the police, okay? So like I had said in the first story times, the correctional, one of the main jobs of a correctional officer is we have to do rounds. Okay, so you have to do rounds, and that's basically just secure life, to make sure that everybody is okay. That's one of your job duties is safety, making sure that the inmates are there, okay, making sure they're okay, making sure nobody is hurting one another, just making sure the young men are being young men. Ain't nobody hurting nobody, ain't nobody missing, ain't nobody on drugs, ain't nobody on the phone they ain't supposed to have, ain't nobody got no contraband. You just going around making sure everybody 10-4, and that's okay if you don't know what that means. Okay, so basically doing a round, you just go by and look in every room. You look in every room, you just walk by. It's 48 rooms in each pod. You would have to do three pods at a time. Okay, and you walk, there's an upstairs and a downstairs in each pod. Okay, so this is where they live at, according to everybody got their own room, and just looking in there, making sure everybody come. Now some people, they taking notes and say, when I used to do rounds, I watched everything. It was just like having your baby mama in there that's on every seat, baby. I watched everything. And I used to have this notepad that I used to take with me, and you can't have a blind up. That means your door can't be covered, because if I can't see in there, I can't say I did an official round. You could be in there hanging. You done hung yourself. And I said at 11:02, and because you had to sign out for everything. So when you do your round, there was a sheet where you had to fill out that you did a round of such and such. So if somebody killed themselves at such and such, and you said that you went around, you would get in very much trouble, and you could get very much fire for that. So you need to make sure you see bodies breathing. You need to make sure you see something. You need to knock on doors. And some officers didn't do it. They just walked around and tried to make it look good on there, and they had to pay for it. I didn't, baby. I was one of my officers. You better say something, cough. If you fussing, I know you breathing. I ain't care nothing about it. So I'm walking around, and they used to call me Write 'em Up Baker, because baby, if you did anything that I ain't like, I'm finna write you up, okay? Now I want a hard person to get along. I had simple rules. Don't have no blinds up when I'm coming by, okay? Don't show me nothing that I ain't asked for, and I ain't gonna ask to see nothing, baby. You a male, I know you a male. I don't need to see your ping, okay? Your ping, your ding-a-ling, I don't need to see your ding-a-ling. I don't need to see it for nothing. I can't think of one reason why I need to see your ding-a-ling, sir. I don't need to see it, okay? I know we in a male facility. I know it's there. I don't need to see it. Can't do nothing with it. Baby, please, keep it where you at. But sometimes people want to show their ding-a-ling for whatever reason. Ding-a-ling, penis, nasty boy. They wanted to show it to you, okay? They want you to see, I got it. Like, sir, don't play in my face. Don't ever do that. That would piss me off. As a correctional officer, I feel like you would not go in the supermarket and be like, hey, I got a penis. You want to see it? Huh? You want to see it? Huh? You wouldn't do that, so why you doing it in here to me? Don't do that, okay? I will write you up quick and cuss you out even faster. Don't do that to me, okay? Don't do that to me. But as a correction officer, and y'all, I done record 3 videos, and that same fly just flying around. It want to be a star so bad. So y'all just gonna have to know it just like me, because I can't kill it. It's faster than me. I done did everything, and it want to be a star so bad. It say hello. Y'all say hey bad. Hey fly, how you doing? Okay, you died in 3 days. Do you know a fly died in 3 days? This day 1. Anyway, bear with me. You want to be a star so bad. But anyway, if you're new here, like, subscribe, comment, say I'm here, take attendance. Let me know you up in here, girl. If y'all have any questions about these story times and y'all want to hear more, just let me know you want to hear more. And also, y'all, if you have any questions about prison in a whole, baby, I'm here to educate. Baby, ain't nothing you can't ask me, okay? I'm gonna be real, okay? Now, I might comment back, but if I feel like it need a story time, I give you one, okay? So let's get back into the story. So yeah, like I was saying, sometimes me and folks would decide that, you know, maybe they bored today, they want to show it, to give you a rise out. Maybe they want to see if you with it, you know, because it was, believe it or not, it was some nasty people that worked in, and they like to walk around and see people thing hanging out. That I won't there for that, okay? I want one of that. Some female actually worked in the male facility, and yes, honey, they got off with your baby daddy walking around with the thing hanging out, okay? It didn't do nothing for me. It didn't do nothing for me. I just looked at it as it being a distasteful thing. Like, sir, why would you? Okay, especially when there were people in there, apis in there. So you got it out. Oh, so you think you're gonna use it on me, baby? I was sprayed with that mace, and you gonna need help. Okay, she gonna burn for real. Don't play with. I didn't play those games. Okay, I didn't play those games. Now it was some that played those games, and I learned that later on in my career. I didn't know. I thought everybody would have police just like me, but they won't. Okay, some of them like that. They were nasty, free, nasty for real. But anyway, so doing my rounds. Any other day, everybody know. Okay, Baker on the floor. You know she the police. Don't play that. You hear her coming in, they'll say, as soon as you come in, they open up the slider, you come in, and like I said, each pod has 48 men in it. If it's full to capacity, everybody, you will hear them say, man down, and that's a warning to let everybody know, who, somebody in the pod. If you got something you ain't got no business having out, put it up. And then some people will just get it about Baker in the pod, police in here, you know. They just should let you know, like, hey, whatever you doing, stop. If you doing something you ain't got no business doing, because she up in here, okay? Debo, it has made it to the place. And so I began to do my round like at any other time. So sometimes when you coming around, they using the bathroom. Come on, y'all. You got to use common sense. Sometimes people is just not trying to show you their thing. Sometimes you just came around and they use the bathroom. But people that were not trying to show it to you, they knew how to turn their backs to you, okay? So don't, as a new officer or just an officer, don't get paid. I was using the bathroom. They ain't using the bathroom every time you come around there. Ain't nobody pissing that much for real. Okay? All right? So don't fall for it, baby. If you see it, write it up, and they won't show it to you again, because they know you ain't about that. You the police for real, okay? Now, if you want to play these little penitentiary games with these young men, act like you don't see it, and the next time he going to show you much more, and then before you know it, you're going to have 2 people, supervisors walking you out, and they going to say you in there messing with the inmates, okay? And that going to be your reputation. But if you want your job and your coins, baby, I'm telling you how to survive. Write them up if you see it, okay? Then there won't be, and then it'll get out to the other inmates. Okay, she ain't the one to play with. We ain't gonna play with her like that. Okay, so when I first started, I think like 3 inmates got me back to back. They, you know, they had it out just going to town, and they call it jacking. Okay, they call it jacking when you take your thing and go, you know. So this particular day, there was an inmate on the unit, and he was known for it. And when you first work there, they'll let you know that this person had got, and you can look them up. And if they got a charge for jacking or stuff like that, you'll see it. So I kind of knew, you know, I have heard about this particular man, but he never been nothing but respectful for. So I never really know. Now he was the type that if you caught him doing something, oh, he gonna cuss you out. He gonna cuss you slam out. And baby, they'll tell you, you know, when you read their handbook, don't cuss them out. When you go to basic training, don't cuss them out. As soon as you get back and they said, now you feel with basic training, your sergeant, your lieutenant gonna tell you, cuss them out. Okay? I'm gonna tell you straight, you don't have to cuss them out, because they don't understand. Look, my earring want to be a star so bad. You want to be a star so bad, you want to come off. Okay, we gonna let you stay off. Okay, Anyway, to do your job, you're gonna have to cuss, okay? I will say this: if you want to remain a professional, try to do your job without cussing. But baby, I guarantee they're gonna make you cuss. They don't understand that now. They don't understand that. Before I went in that prison, I never was a cusser. Cussing wasn't even allowed in my family, okay? But baby, working in that prison, I cuss real good, okay? Cuss real good, okay? My New Year's resolution this year, okay? I've been ready for the prison to not cuss, y'all. When I tell these story time, might cuss a little bit, but in the real world, I don't cuss. I don't cuss at all. I can honestly say I've been doing so good, y'all. And if I'm cussing, I'll be shocked. That's how rare it is now. Now, if I hear somebody cuss, I'll be like, girl, why you doing all that? You know, okay? So, but when I was working in prison, cuss real good, okay? Cuss real good, okay? Cuss you out and keep going and could sleep real good at night, okay? And didn't care. So the inmate, I'm doing my little round, nothing to it. I come by, he about to pull it off. He in there just doing the work. Having seizures, baby. He just pulling off. And I said, I hope that you enjoyed it, because that's going to cost you. And so I had a little notepad. I wrote my little the door number it was, so I could go and look up the information and fill out the write-up and go ahead. So then when you come back and do the round again, they're going to try to cop a plea. And when you come around, cop a plea meaning, you know, can I talk to you for a second? And it wasn't me. And you know, I didn't mean to do it. And oh, no, you trying to explain. Nah, ain't no explaining. You did what you did. Stick by it, baby. And you know me, I'm doing my round. And like I said, they walking around. You know, they out walking around. During this time, it won't lock down. They lock down every time before we go to lunch. Or we go, before they eat, they have to lock down, okay? And they be locked down. And during this time frame while they lock down, that's when we do count. And that's count, making sure that every inmate that's on that paperwork is in there, okay? And so after count is cleared, meaning that with everybody that's accounted for in the facility, they clear, they can be out. Until they count called lockdown, inmates is just free to walk around in the day room. You know, they're free to walk everywhere. You know, they can't be inside each other's rooms, but sometimes depending on who was supervising them or what CO was there, they were into each other's room. But I didn't play that because people got hurt. You know, people was snatching booties there as well. So, you know, I didn't play those games. Okay, you ain't be in nobody's room. If I see you, already know paperwork will be done. So, And they were gambling. Sometimes they were hurting each other, beating each other up in there, stabbing each other in the room and stuff. And then they come around because the inmate, they won't tell you that they being hurt until they done got hurt too bad and they need hospital help, okay? So I didn't play those games. I seen too many people get hurt going inside a room, so I didn't let people go in rooms. But yeah, he was going to work, and so, you know, I wrote him up, turned it in, and they was like, Lord have mercy. And anytime I was saying, just depend on how you do it, you would get cussed out. But normally I'd be like, I hope it was worth that. And I walk off and I go ahead, write your little room number, go do the paperwork. It's nothing. So I come back, do the round. Can I talk to you for a second? Can I talk to you for that? Sir, ain't nothing to talk about. You pulled on it, now it's going to cost you, okay? And each time you write them up, it was $10. Now, to you, it'd be like, okay, well, shoot, that ain't that much money, but it's a lot of, dang. The fly came in, the camera like, hello, I'm here, okay? I'm the special feature in this story, you heard me? But anyway, so, get out. Okay, I hit myself. That fly won't hit it all. Anyway, the fly was like, girl, go. Gotta be quicker than that. So, what was talk about? So anyway, he trying to talk to me. There ain't nothing to talk about. And so when you doing around, the inmate is not supposed to be following you around while you walking. You can tell him, okay, you can stop following me. You have every right to tell them they're not supposed to be following you around. And he's trying to walk with me. So we ain't finna walk together. I'm here to do a round, and I can't do no round with you. You know, and you can write them up for interviewing with your job as well. You can write them up for anything, but when you've been there for a while, you know all the write-ups. And when you do it, you know you're interfering with my job. You can say different stuff. And an inmate that's been there for a long, I know that he can get rid of it, so they'll walk away from you. All right, sir, I'm not talking to you about it. If you want to talk to her, we can go to the sergeant's office and we can have a whole conversation there. And I ain't trying to go to the sergeant. Okay, X in my face then. That way, okay? There ain't nothing to talk about. When I went by, yourself, you was exposed. I saw what God gave you, and I ain't need to see that, sir. Walk away. There's nothing to talk about. And so I proceeded, do my round, I leave. I come back, it's countdown. So when you first, it's time to lock down. So to lock them down, you go in the pod, and then depending on the respect that you have for the inmates, you could stand in the door of the thing. Now, eventually, in my career, I got to the point where I stand at the door, and they knew. I had a sister. Now, when I first got there, I used to go in there all the time. Lock down. All right, it's time to lock down. Y'all know what to do. I used to do all that extra stuff. But by the time I was a seasoned correction officer, I was standing at the door, and I had this thing where once I start doing my rounds, if you was not in your door with your door closed by the time that I get to your door, I'm gonna write you up. And one time I wrote up 32 inmates. I wasn't playing, and they all went through. Everybody was mad. I don't care about you being mad. Be mad. Be mad that you didn't follow the rules. You in prison. This is prison, baby. This is not. You got to follow rules here. If you want to stay home, you should do the crime, baby. I didn't play, and you had to do that as a young. I'm not. Some people like, yeah, you done did too much, and I'm pretty sure some inmates were like, Lord, she the police, or man, see, I hate officers like you. Feel how you want to feel, but our job was to commence order. No, I want one of them officers trying to overdo my power. No, I was a young officer, and I had to establish authority so they could respect. And I promise you, doing that, had no problems with it, because I didn't switch up one day. I'm doing this because I'm upset. No, they just understood, and it made my job easier. When they saw me, when they called lockdown, go do what you're supposed to do, and that is to lock down. So we can go ahead and get this count over, so y'all can get back to doing whatever it is y'all doing, and I can go back and do whatever it is I'm doing, okay? But other than that, once you learn me as an officer, I ain't have no, when I say I ain't had no issues, I barely had any issues, okay? I was mostly breaking stuff up was going on with the inmates, okay? Didn't have really too many issues because people respect it. People respect what you present, okay? You a hoe, they're gonna treat you like a hoe. You a lady, they're gonna treat you like a lady. You the police, they're gonna treat you like the police. But if you switching up, they ain't respect you, and you gonna have a car career, and you might well quit today. You can't be this way, that way, this way. I was one way every day. I was the police every day. I did my job. If somebody fell out, I'm the one doing the compressions to your chest. I'm the one pumping life back in your friend. And anybody I tell y'all, she might be the police, but pass out. She the one that got you. She is the face is doing, because some of the nurses were scared of the inmates. They were scared to touch them. I'm in there. Boy, you better not die on me. You better get it. I don't want to do none of this paperwork. Whole time, I don't want to do none of this paperwork. Pumping like, you better get your, like, talking junk. Whole time. But just happy that they got life and breath in them and everything, because that's somebody's daddy. That's somebody that he might not mean nothing to you, but that's somebody's dad, that's somebody's brother, and that's how I treated it. I did my job in all areas. So anyway, young man was hot with me, okay? So count come, right? I walk around. I'm walking around. So I start at the top, and I would change it up because sometimes they feel like when you first come in, you're going to do the floor. Nah, I change it up sometimes. So I went to the top. I'm going in all these pies. I'm on the third of pies, the last pie, and I'm going around. So we do one count. Okay? I go around. There's no issue. Most people, if they know I'm counting in there, they'll turn their back to me. Okay, if they see me coming out, they hear me back on whoa, like they won't even look at me. Back I'm here, back I'm breathing, back up, cause they know me. If you don't answer me, I'm finna do, because your back to me, you could be dead. Okay, I can't see you, but I use common sense too. If your back was to me and I could see your chest go up, down, I know you were good. If you were asleep, I'm not finna wake you up. Come on now. You could watch somebody breathe, but it was some officer in there petty. I didn't bother you, but if I couldn't tell where you sleep, you covered up, you could be dead, because there's some people that been dead for 3 days, and he okay, he here, yeah, he here, but he ain't here, okay? I didn't play that. You get fired for stuff like that. I had to feed my baby. So I made sure that chest go up, down, up, down. If I couldn't see no chest, I'm banging on your door, okay? And you're holding up count, and if you can get in trouble, you can get a write-up for holding up count. So don't do that, okay, with me, all right? I used to go by, they'd be like, baby, I'm alive. I'm alive, Baker. They would do stuff, throw their feet up. I'm alive, Baker. I'm alive. Because they know Baker did not, I didn't play them games, okay? And so when I come around, the same inmate that had just been pulling off himself, pulling. He was trying to talk to me again. Can you please? I can't afford no more write-ups. I can't afford no more write-ups for that. I'm sorry, I got a problem. Woo. I'm gonna get counseling for it. Sir, now, okay? So he was like, I don't care. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. I'm going to do it again. And that's what some inmates would do. They'll sit there and try to talk nice to you to get there. And when you won't, they act just like that. Fuck you, bitch. I'm going to do it again. Every time your bald head ass to come around. Fuck you, bitch. You think you cute. And these are some of the things that they were yelling. It was stuff that they feel. Okay? These are stuff they felt. So if they was like, you think you cute, they think you cute, girl. That's why they telling you that. If they say you were bald-headed, because you were either bald-headed or that was just something they went to because they know females don't like to be called bald-headed. Because when I was working at my prison, my hair was down my neck. So, baby, they already knew I wasn't bald-headed. So, yeah, okay. And these are the behaviors that you have to be prepared for to work with. It's a lot when you first be greeted with it. If you ain't never had nobody to talk to you, because that's what I had to grasp. When I worked there, that a man could disrespect. I was raised by the old school people. A man just does not disrespect a woman. But after being around this behavior for a while, you get, okay, cool. That's just how you gonna act. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna write you up for that too. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about the write-up. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about the write-up. Okay. And what I would do is, are you done? I don't give a fuck about a write-up. He screamed this 3 times. And I will put this on this paper that I would have my little notepad and I'll write it. I put where he located it. And then when I leave the pod, I'm going to continue with my count. I'm going to do it. And he's screaming. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. We got it. Okay? We got it. And so some officers will stop and be doing all that fussing and stuff, and it just depends on what the inmate was doing, whether I said something to him or not. I'm like, if you don't give a fuck, you putting a whole bunch of energy in it. And I walked out the pod. I done counted my people. Everybody's alive and breathing. You care, sir. You begged me not for the first one. Now this is the second one. Okay, so I come back. This happened 3 more times. He doing the same thing. I wrote this man up 5 times in one day, okay? All right? So after that, they come get him. Now, depending on what you do, they come and get you and take you to the red unit. So they let him get off on these 5 times. He didn't get no time. But after I wrote him up 4 times. After the 5th time, they came and locked him up. So let's say for that incident, he in the hole, let's say he got 30 days, okay? He got 30 days. Really, like, for something like that, about 60 days, okay? He got found guilty of it. They kept him back there for 60 days, okay? So when he came back to the unit, he was all apologetic. I'm sorry, Baker. You know, I respect you with everything, but you just caught me on a bad read. I was stressed out. It's very hard as a man to be in here. You got needs, and then you just come by. And then he went and switched it on me. You just come by. You always smelling good. You always looking good. I just couldn't help myself. Pause. And one thing about a correctional officer, a good correctional officer know when to end and stop a conversation and redirect the conversation. If you do not have these skill sets, do not become a correctional officer. If you don't know when to stop somebody from talking and tell them, pause, I don't need it, let's stop this conversation, or I get it and cut it off and keep going, you're not going to be a good you have to redirect, because they're going to go left. You got to put them back right, okay? They're going to go left. You got to put them back right. Sir, that's the nip. I got it. Good. All right. Okay, that's too much. Sir, don't. Now, one thing that helped about me is that with my personality, I was strict. I was firm, fair, and firm. They teach you to be firm, fair, and consistent. But I also brought to the table was I had humor. So I was known that, okay, she's strict, she what's her name, but if she can, if by some kind I can slide in a joke, I will, depending on what the situation is. Sometimes I could, sometimes I couldn't. In this situation, there was nothing funny about him exposing himself to me. It was nasty. It pissed me off. It was one thing that really could bore my skin, okay? I don't want to see your penis, sir. I don't want to see a dang line. There ain't nothing, like I said, there's nothing about my job that I need to see your ding-a-ling for, okay? I don't work in medical. Keep it up, okay? So, like I said, he did 45 days. He was apologetic. I think everything good. Y'all, go around. It's countdown again. Everybody locked down. Baker about to walk through. And then some of them will ask you, Baker, can I go? Because people is hustling, hustling. Because sometimes you be locked down for 30 minutes. Sometimes you be locked down for an hour. Because depending on, like, at lunchtime, they try to hold count so the staff can, because we didn't get, like, breaks. We were on the side. Unless you was a case manager or you work in programs, you didn't get no break. You ate when you could, okay? You ate when you could. You never went. You couldn't just get no break once you started on the thing. So they will hold count during lunchtime so everybody could eat. Okay. And so during this time, okay, I'm really trying to go ahead and count everybody fast, because baby, I got me a good lunch this day. I done packed lasagna, okay. My friend done cooked me some lasagna. I got a little everything. I got the little, garlic bread, okay. She got the little cake on the side. I got a little salad. Baby, I'm ready to get up in there. I'm not playing no games, okay. So I'm trying to count these men as fast as I can. I'm making sure bodies is up there normal. Get to this man door. He in there about to pull it off. He just, y'all, he's standing with his legs spread all the way open. His legs is open wide, and he just y'all. And I'm like, and I'm walking up on it, and I could see what he doing. Okay, just walking up, because each door had like a slit in it, so it was like a square. So imagine a long square, and it's open, and you can see inside the room. And I could see him doing it. Well, you see me coming, okay? They already said man down. She in the building, woo. So the inmates from the other side could see him killing himself. Okay, he about to pull it off. He stuff. As soon as I get to the door, y'all, it go everywhere. And when I say everywhere, his confetti, he blew his top. As soon as I get to the door, it said, okay, it's on the wall, it's on the ceiling, some hanging from his eyelash, it's some hanging from his nose, some hanging from there, it's sliding down the window, it's coming from the wall, it's everywhere. He blew his top. I mean, it's everywhere. He was like, I'm sorry, I can't help it. And it's just coming, and it keep coming out, just coming out. Y'all, I am pissed off. I am the maddest I've ever been. I said, Sergeant, come to the unit. So the sergeant is usually in the sergeant's office, right? I'm going off, right? I'm going off, because to me, this like slapping me in my face. This not what. Now I can understand. I walk around, you got it, and you see me, and I tell you, don't do that, and you gonna put it up. I'm gonna write you up. You gonna about your business. But to do something like that, you were waiting for me. You were cooking that thing up slow. You were like, yeah, she coming. Oh my God, she coming. Oh my God, she come. Oh my God, she come. And I can imagine that the things that you were thinking about me, and I was pissed off, baby. I had it. I said, you nasty motherfucking black. You got me up now. Pop the door. And baby, I said, I'm gonna spray it off. I got my mace can. A sergeant can hear me, because the sergeant over far enough, but y'all, I'm yelling enough that somebody from another unit can hear me. I don't care. I'm going off. He done pissed me off. I done been all professional as I can. Baby, it was out. Now, at this time, the inmates ain't really seen me get mad, but maybe 1 or 2 times. But I'm mad now. It's up. Like, it's up. I'm acting like what it is. Pop this door. And so my friend is in the booth. She like, Baker, come on. Finish your count. Come out, girl. Don't. Basically, SARS kind of such and such. So we'll say I'm in C pod. So each pod, or each, where they stay at, has a letter. Okay, so I'm in green unit C pod, and so SARS report to C pod, because I'm going on. Baker has lost it. Okay, Baker is crashing out. You stupid mom. All that stuff that he gave me, you a stupid you whatever, fuck you, all that stuff like that. I'm at the window. I'm at his door. Fuck you, nigga, you got me fucked up. I'm your dick fall off. I'm going in, y'all, okay? Anybody walk up on me, the people of importance could have walked in and see me like that, I'd be rolled up in this trouble. I didn't care. He done pissed me off. And so SARS coming up, Baker, what's going on? I said, this nasty fuck ass nigga don't pull his nasty ass dick out and then put it in there. He look in there again. It's hanging, it's hanging from the okay? his nut, I don't know what to say, the white stuff to come out there. Somebody get it, okay? It's all from the ceiling, smearing down the wall. It's all, he's still sitting there. He's stuck, he can't move, y'all. And I'm just, all he could say is, you just so beautiful, look at your lip. Just stupid in the face. I'm going off. Becca, go ahead, man. I'll finish your cap for him. SARS think he's the most funny thing in the world. Right his ass up, man. He's like, what the fuck? We gonna lock you up. Man, pack your shit. You finna go to the hole. Nigga, didn't you just come back from there? Man, you know they finna give you the max. So they put him in a hole for 120 days, okay? And put him on a hole for 120 days for that. But y'all, I want to pack his stuff, because when you pack their stuff up, you basically, you can't destroy their stuff or nothing like that, but you could give them anything that's not on the paper, because we had a paper of everything they can have or whatever. Anything that was not on the paper, he ain't had a receipt, I can take. I'm taking all the stuff. You ain't got this, you ain't got this, you ain't got this. What's this little stuff in the game? I'm taking all your stuff. So you gonna have the bare minimum. You gonna have the bare minimum. But real, I really didn't want to be in the room, because I basically had to go put a trash bag over me to go in the room, because he got stuff all over. I'm talking about the net's still everywhere, okay? I don't know if I ain't supposed to say it, but it's everywhere, okay? I got the stuff. I got suited up to go in there. I got gloves and everything. Becky, you sure you want to go in there? Yeah, because I want to do that. I want to do the inventory. I want to do the. I'm taking all he can. Tell you ain't got no receipt for that. You ain't got no receipt. You ain't gonna. You ain't got no. You ain't out of there. Who want this? Like, you ain't got a receipt for that. And I knew that if I didn't pack it, I leave it in the room, somebody gonna eat it. I didn't care. I didn't care. Because you want to be nasty little net boy. They could get your stuff. Okay, you can go back there and you can be hungry. You gonna wish you didn't. But y'all, it ain't what you're supposed to do. But that's what happened. Okay. Y'all, it was the nastiest thing I ever seen. I don't think that man had, even if he tried while he was back there, I don't think that man released so much stuff from him. I don't think that he could do that for another 3 weeks. That's how much stuff came out of that young man. And y'all, I was so mad. And so the next day, my sergeant told me, when you come in, you just I just want you in the booth for the day, okay? I just want you to give yourself a break. You just you come in there. I was like, no, I do half day. I agree to half day. Let me just get half day. Let me do my second half there. So my first half, I'll be on the floor, because I ain't never want the inmates think that, okay, they got to me, woo, woo, woo. Because every day was a new day for me. You know what I'm saying? If I got mad about something today, tomorrow, I'm over it, okay? I'm over it after it happened. But in that moment, oh, he could have got whatever. If that girl would have popped that door, I probably would have lost my job, because I would took that can and probably hit him over the head with it. Took my baton. I did too much. Did too much. But my friend was like, girl, I was not going to open that door for you. Girl, I already knew what happened when you were just going off. And baby, if you look, the inmate was like, Baker, eat him up. When I tell you I was reading him, I told him everything that I thought about him. With your ugly head, I'm going from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet. I'm telling about his odors that he got. I'm doing everything you ain't supposed to do as an officer. I am roasting him up. You had hollering and screaming. He was an elf boy. He was everything. He was, yeah. I was unprofessional, and I was not supposed to do that. But baby, that's what happened. I'm telling y'all the truth. That's what happened. You know, I feel like as a correctional officer, you know, you need a moment or two like that. Maybe 2 moments like that, and the other inmates again, don't play with her. She is not. And so once I was on the floor, a lot of the inmates started saying, Baker, you went off on that nigga yesterday, did Baker said she don't want to see it, so y'all put it up. She said, what you told that man? I told that man, I'm gonna empty that can out. I'm gonna put some season salt on that dick. That's what I'm gonna do. You gonna be real spicy. Cause if I had released that and he were already open like that, he'd been crushed, honey. He'd probably had to go to the hospital, baby. I didn't care. Pop the door. And I was hot, y'all. When I say I was hot. But I wrote him up. He got 120 days. He went there to the back. He kept asking for me to come back there so he could apologize. Baby, I don't want no apology. you're not sorry, baby. You're happy you got that off of you, okay? So, as an correction officer, if you're watching this, y'all, write them up if you see them. Don't let people come up with dumb reasons why they had it out. There's no reason their penis should be out, ever. There's no reason. There's no job assigned unless you're doing medical and you swabbing him to see if he got an STD. There is no reason, and the doctors do that. There is no reason for me, you or me, to have did my job to need to see it, okay? Don't play that disrespect, baby, okay? Do your job. Be ladies when you go in there, because you go in there acting like a hoe, they're going to treat you like one. Anyway, that's the story tonight, y'all. He showed me his. He showed it to me. He showed it to me, too. And believe it or not, I actually wrote him up 4 times before they ended up just shipping him because he had a problem. And every time, oh, my fault. You don't not come in there with no big lip. What a man supposed to do? You come in there talking with no big lips. So what was I supposed? I supposed to take him off and have a conversation with you? Because every time he spoke to me, it was good morning. I said good morning. It never was, hey, honey, how you doing? It won't never none of that. He said good morning. I said good morning. He said good morning, officer. Good morning. And I kept doing my round. It never was more than that. It was never, we never ever had no conversation, because anytime he tried to ask me, I'm good, and I'll keep walking. But if you coming out smelling good, you coming out looking good, what a nigga supposed to do? What a nigga supposed to do? She coming here all the time, hair done, nails done. What a nigga supposed to do? You look good as fuck. What I'm supposed to do? I'm a man. I'm a man after all. I'm a man. So every time he was trying to explain stuff to the sergeant, that's what his excuse was. And Sarge used to laugh at him. Sarge used to be like, nigga, but you can't pull your dick out on him. I don't care. And she do be smelling good and she look real good. You still can't. I can't go in the office and say, oh, you look good today, Officer Baker. Oh, man, she probably, look, she could cuss at you, but she probably whoop my ass. I can't do that, and you can't do it either. And so he'll sign that paperwork off, and they gonna go to the hole, okay? But eventually he ended up getting shipped because he just kept doing it to everybody. It won't just me, it was everybody. Everybody that he could show it to, he was showing it to him. And over my career, I probably seen about 18 of them. They pulled them out, and I wrote them up, and it got around that, okay, well, this ain't, and it was early in my early career. Later on, even as a correction officer, I didn't see too many more Peters after that, unless I walked upon somebody doing it. Okay, we might tell y'all somebody. We might, but I might. We might. I might. I might give you a story like that. I don't think that's on my list, but I might give you some, because I had walked. Okay, we ain't gonna talk about it. If it's requested, I will. But anyway, I love you so much for click and play. That is another on Prison Time story. So far I have 16 story times. I might cap this series off at 20 stories. If you have any questions about prison life, anything you want me to talk about, just comment it. And if I can, I will. If I don't want to talk about it, like some things I feel like I can talk about it, and some things I just feel like it's just a little bit too graphic to talk about. But baby, if it's something I can talk about it, I might answer you in the comments. But if I don't answer in your comments, baby, your video is coming. Anyway, I love you so much for clicking play. If you're new here, go ahead, hit that subscribe button on your way out. Hit that like button, show your girl some love, push this out so somebody else can see it. Go ahead, drop me some hearts in the comments, and y'all comment, tell me, what did you learn about this video? Did it surprise you that they do that in here? Did you know about jacking? Have y'all ever heard of that term? They had somebody you know went to prison. Girl, what they went to prison for? Tell me. Did you go to prison? You walked there? Or you an inmate? Do you remember officers that had like me? Tell me. If you watch it, I want to talk. Let's talk in the comments. Anyway, see y'all later. Bye. Another Story Times is uploading right now. Make sure you're here and you don't miss it. Turn on the notification bells. Anyway, see y'all in the next one. Bye, Bessies. Bye.